Since Yves' song Dim is recently going viral on TikTok, I thought it would be helpful to make a helpful and unhelpful guide to Yves. So here you go. Yves is pronounced and called in Hangul as Eve, just like the biblical Eve. Yves' official fandom name is Ehngdu. Ehngdu is a play on words between Ehngdu, cherry, Yeongdu, light green, and Eng, sorry for my Korean pronunciation. The concept is basically that Eve is an apple and the fans are cherries, and Eng is a noise that she has a habit of saying. Also, light green is her favorite color. Yves is a South Korean singer and producer under the label of Papermare, but she first debuted as part of a K-pop girl group called Loona. As part of Loona, she released a solo album with 2 tracks, New and D1. Loona is a group with their own story and universe, which Yves is a big and important part of. If you want to know more about the Loonaverse, the universe of the Loona storyline, you can check out my ABCs of Loona videos. Next, Yves became part of a subunit. This is a smaller group made up from members of the whole group. So Loona has 12 members, but the subunit YY only has 4 members out of those 12. In the YY unit, Yves, Chuu, Gowon, and Hyeju also released a mini-album called Beauty and the Beat. After this, Loona debuted and released a ton of really good albums. But in November of 2022, the members left their old company behind and split up into new groups under new companies. You can check out these videos if you want to know more about the lawsuits and the situation of Loona under their old company. But something you should know is that Orbit, the fandom of Loona, are boycotting the old company by not watching the videos of the official YouTube channel and not streaming or buying their old songs on music platforms. So if you want to partake in the boycott, now you know. In March of 2024, Yves announced her exclusive contract with Papermare, a South Korean record label founded by Milik. Although Milik is very well known in the K-R&B community, his label is considered to be a very small label, with most of their artist videos on their official YouTube channel reaching around 1 to 100,000 views. So a lot of Yves fans were kind of worried, could a small label that this far only signed K-R&B artists handle a well-known K-pop girl group member? Yes. Yes, they can. Since Yves joined her new company, she has mentioned multiple times how they aid her in her creative journey and how helpful her label mates were, since seemingly all of the artists are not only singer-songwriters but also producers, and they are all heavily involved with the production of their own music. This might sound a little obvious. I mean, of course a singer would be involved with the production of their own music, right? But this actually is very uncommon in the K-pop industry. A lot of artists are basically designed by their company, having to fit into a specific mold that they made for you, artistically, visually, and in every capacity of your life. And even when the artists themselves ask for more creative freedom, a lot of companies seem to still think that they own their artists. This leads to a lot of artists having to change labels before being able to pursue their own music and style. In Yves' old company, she faced a lot of these creative struggles as well. From what we know, she really wanted to be more involved with the creation of their music, production, songwriting and all. And although she does have writing credits for Loona's song Playback, but it really seems like her old label didn't see her as an individual, as an artist with her own vision, and only as the member they wanted her to be. Seen in them even making her cut her hair short because they felt like it would fit the concept of a song better. So yeah. It is very refreshing to see Yves being involved with everything artistically created under her name and brand. Since then, she has also worked together with some of her fellow members, having writing credits on some songs of Loossemble, like Strawberry Soda or Truman Show. And she has talked a lot about wanting to write and produce more songs in the future as well. Under her new label, she already has released 2 EPs, Loop in May of last year with the title track Loop, and I Did in November of last year with the title track Violet. In the music videos of these 2 songs, she tells us a story of new beginnings and the struggle of starting over again. To me, it seems to be her story of becoming her own person and her journey to this new version of herself, as well as the struggles of being held back and having to break through these loops of negativity. You can also check out my interpretations of the music videos on my channel. Now let's get to the quote-unquote unhelpful guide part of this video. Yves has wanted to become a singer since kindergarten. To convince her parents of becoming a singer, Yves studied really hard and ranked 11th in her class. But since her parents disapproved of her idol aspirations, Yves had to secretly join her school's dance team to practice. Before becoming a singer, she used to be a model for Mary She. You can find some of her old pictures online. Yves attended a lot of different academies, One of them was Dream Vocal and Dance Academy in Seoul. She also was a part of a dance group, and you can also see her in this dance cover of a Twice song. She even met her fellow member Chuu at one of these academies, and she thought Chuu was timid and shy and asked her for her phone number. Now they are very close friends, since they both became members of Loona and turned out to both be really goofy and confident people. She supposedly is the best cook in Loona, which is also not so difficult if these are the other members' cooking skills.
아니 조금 자 하나 둘 셋 마이너스가 너무 최악의 점수 아닌가요? 뭐야? 갑자기
She can play the piano and other hobbies include songwriting, reading, dancing, shopping, listening to meditation music, doing yoga, and playing Animal Crossing. Some of which she also likes to share with her fans on social media. She even has her own YouTube channel where she likes to share her hobbies with us. She has a habit of winking a lot on accident. It has kind of become one of her signature gestures. She tends to wink during performances, variety shows, or even when interacting with fans. She choreographed for her own song Diorama and Loona's song So What. So yeah, she can not only sing and write, but also is a very skilled dancer. Her live performance for Vivo is a great example of her skills. Even though she is very confident, funny, and playful now, she started off kind of shy and awkward in Loona. I mean, joining a 12-member group when she was a fan of them before becoming part of the group, yeah, I guess that would make anyone a little shy and awkward. Yves mentioned in interviews that she admired Loona's music and concept, and when she was chosen as a member, she was thrilled, but at the same time felt a sense of responsibility to live up to the group's high expectations. And she has mentioned that she particularly enjoyed listening to Haseul's song Let Me In before joining Loona. In interviews, she has expressed admiration for Haseul's voice and the way the song was produced, which makes this interaction even more awkward and funny. Imagine being fan of a singer and then becoming part of her group and having to do a photo shoot with her the first day on the job. Yeah, that is kind of crazy. Yves is often referred to as the swan of Loona due to her graceful and elegant image. However, she has joked about how she doesn't feel as graceful as her nickname suggests. In reality, she has a more playful and quirky side, which contrasts with her elegant stage persona. And this contrast is also seen in Yves often having this perfectly styled hair on stage and very elegant outfits, but in her daily life she has a more laid-back and messy look. It is kind of like looking behind the scenes sometimes when you check out her social media pages. She once jokingly called her Sapphics fans apples. She also has a thing for apples in real life, which again plays into her fandom name and the fact that her light stick literally looks like this. Yves is a fan of horror films and enjoys watching scary movies. She has mentioned in interviews how much she likes the thrill of horror stories, which might surprise some fans, but she even gave some examples of movies that she would recommend for her second EP I Did. One of them being the movie Get Out, which is a pretty good but also very scary movie to be honest. Horror movies she also enjoyed include The Sixth Sense, a psychological horror film known for its twist ending. It's a classic in the horror genre and has a deep emotional core that Yves seems to appreciate. Yves has also mentioned liking The Ring in a few interviews, commenting on how it is one of the more terrifying movies she's seen. I mean, it's a well-known supernatural horror film. I guess even people that don't know horror movies that well know The Ring. Onto some memes of Yves you might recognize. This meme of Yves looking like a shell-shocked trooper. This originally was posted as a fan admiring these two people in the front that to them look very pretty like vampires. But then people started noticing Yves in the background and how shocked she is looking at the camera and could really relate to this feeling, so it became a meme. Other than this, we also have a lot of memes that just happened to be funny moments from Yves live streams. Thumbs up, Yves! Yves together with Gowon, a fellow member, smiling and then looking in disgust. A somewhat long-running insider, fans keep asking Yves if she knows or likes SpongeBob. This meme is a little older. We see Jinsoul talking while Yves is in the background, then it zooms in on her just looking around being confused. Yves holding up her phone to a fan. This says Pabo, meaning something like idiot or fool. This one is also a little bit older. It's Yves looking kind of snarky. Yves and Kimlip looking shocked, and then she just blinks. And yeah, the reason why a lot of fans might need this video. Yves' song Dim going viral on TikTok. This in and of itself kind of became a meme, with Yves fueling this trend by doing this "she doesn't know it yet but" format, which kind of became a challenge on TikTok. Even the official ABBA account did a video to this challenge, so yeah, pretty much self-explanatory. But it really is amazing how this song resonated with so many people. So yeah, if you have any questions about Yves, ask them in the comment section down below, and send this to at least 3 more people or Mario Yves will come and get you. If you liked the video, you can like and subscribe, and tell me which subunit or member I should do next. So until next time.